Hi, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Molt Money. Here we talk about financial news and the financial markets. So if you like talking about money and want to know how to make it in these markets, please go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell below, and let's get started. Guys, it has been a minute since we have talked about one of our favorite cryptocurrencies here on the channel, and that is none other than XLM Stellar Lumens. Now, I want to talk about why I hold this coin, why I'm a firm believer in this coin, why many of you in the community are firm believers in this coin, and why I believe it's important to hold at least 1200 XLM in 2022 and beyond. So I want to get into the price first because we are sitting fairly flat as the market is in general. And I want to get into this on why I believe going forward, when we see these fluctuations in the market, they are largely due to Bitcoin and Ethereum pricing action. But going forward, I do not believe this is going to be the case. And I really do believe 2022 will be the year of the utility coin. So sitting at 26 cents right now, down 2% at the current moment of this trading day. And look, guys, we have been consolidating for a very, very, very long time. But I want to get into why I believe this is that pressure cooker I have talked about in the past, and why when certain things are going to solidify this year in 2022, this thing's going to absolutely skyrocket. So first, when we come over to the Stellar Twitter page, we can see there's 720,000 followers, guys. So there's not a small following of Stellar. Many of you out there know what they are capable of, what they are doing with this advanced technology, and how really many investors are gradually coming in on board and getting into the coin. Now, I've talked about this in the past. Is XLM Stellar the best at marketing themselves? No. And why is that? It is because they focus primarily on behind the scenes getting into certain partnerships that will benefit them, will benefit you as an investor in the future. So if we take a look at some of the partnerships, I'm not going to go through every single one, but literally the list goes on and on. Of course, we know Talia and MoneyGram and some of the bigger names here, Wire, that they have been able to acquire these partnerships with. But this whole ecosystem that is really built out globally is going to be the force driving this coin in the future. Now, again, going back to the marketing, how they have barely spent on their marketing budget, I believe this year, as they roll out the MoneyGram partnership, as it goes live on the Stellar blockchain, we will begin to see a lot of marketing funds getting pumped into the public globally, and this will be globally, to get that name out there. And again, we have 720,000 followers just on Twitter alone. So there's a backing here, but that will increase at a rapid pace, in my opinion, once that budget comes out and the funding begins to do what it's needed to do and get the name of Stellar Development Foundation out there. We know we have big partnerships with the World Economic Forum. So this is a coin that has really proven itself to have the best technology to help in scalability. It's fast and it's cheap. So when we talk about scalability, I want to point out and mention, look, over $5 trillion is traded daily on Swift. That's a lot of money. Unfortunately, a lot of these transactions take upwards of 3 to 5 days to settle those funds. Now, coming back to the Twitter page of Stellar, you can see that really their key here is to say that money could move like email. Stellar is an open network for storing and moving money, and it will do just that with the Stellar blockchain. But unfortunately, the financial system that we have in place is not getting that job done. So it's kind of just right here in front of our face. The technology is here. It's being implemented globally, worldwide. And this year, I believe, as the MoneyGram partnership rolls out, as all of these partnerships solidify, as utility increases and adoption increases, you will begin to see liquidity running through that blockchain, and you will see investors come in, institutions come in, and the price of Stellar moving upward in a very, very rapid rate. So we talk about why can 1200 XLM change you? Well, I believe when you look at this market cap at just right at a little over 6.5 billion as we speak, we're talking about a worldwide financial system. And yes, I believe HBAR and Algo and XRP will dominate the game as well. But I want you to understand, we're talking about the global financial system. We are talking about quadrillions of capital flowing throughout the world daily. You know, like I said, 5 trillion just on Swift alone. So I see a $3 trillion market cap with Stellar in time as very, very reasonable. Now, will it happen overnight? You know, in 2022, this is likely. This is likely because this mass adoption is happening behind the scenes. We've got the Fed that we know now is working with Stellar, and everything is starting to solidify. They're coming out with a stable report. They're saying just in a few weeks, and we know that the fact that they're working with the Fed, everything is starting to line very, very nicely. So we talk about scalability. We talk about how the Fed is friendly to CBDCs and Stellar blockchain. I think that this is the year that we see this massive price increase. So that's all I got for you today. Enjoy the rest of yours. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.